Eyewitness Weather forecast.
Happy Wednesday to you. I'm meteorologist Brian James. Got the next storm system coming in with some accumulation of snow on the way. Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in effect. I'll show those to you coming up here in just 1 second. Winter storm for tonight and Thursday. Snow showers will linger once the main part of the storm system moves by. Do have a little nose of warmer air coming in early next week. All right, so here we go. Winter storm warning in effect for a large part of the viewing area, especially along the I-90, I-81 corridor and that quadrant to the north and east. That's where we could see 8 to 16 inches of snow accumulate. That's through Thursday night, and then there's the possibility of additional accumulation with some lake effect bands. Away from the winter storm warning, winter weather advisory, 3 to 6 inches of accumulation. There's also a wind advisory back toward the southwest that encompasses southwestern sections of the viewing area. That's where we could see some winds in excess of 40 to 50 miles an hour, but that wind advisory actually encompasses more of the area. Just be mindful the winds will be strong, the snow will be blowing, so reduced visibility, accumulating snow. It is going to be messy as we head through the day tomorrow. Things do quiet down on Friday. It's going to be a cold, blustery day with highs only in the mid-20s. Mix of 30s right now across most of the area. Radar and satellite shows the snow that's been developing. You back out to more of a regional view. Pretty extensive coverage and a decent potency on this storm system. It's packing a punch. It's got some moisture to work with, and it's got enough lift in the atmosphere, so it is going to generate quite a bit of snow. And the snow shower chances do continue. I mentioned Thursday as when we see the bulk of the system snow, and then Friday into Saturday some lake effect snow left over. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week some additional snow showers. So yeah, we're going to be in a more active pattern here as we head through the next 7 days or so. Got one front coming in tomorrow, so we go from the low 30s back to the mid 20s. Try to work our way back up. Look at this though, mid to upper 40s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Before the next front comes in, we drop back down low to mid 30s and try to work our way back up next weekend, but at least we have a chance to do some melting early next week. So here's what we have going on for tonight. Look at the bands of snow developing and some of the lake effect bands also pushing on shore. Extensive coverage of snow though, 3 a.m. tomorrow, 6 a.m. tomorrow, temperatures low 30s, and then through the afternoon that band of snow with the cold front pushing on through, pushes down to the south and east, and then we see more lake effect bands develop behind the front. 33 degrees in the afternoon on Thursday. Thursday night into early Friday, you see kind of the bands tapering off a bit down to 20. We start to get some drier air back in, so not as much moisture passing over the relatively warmer waters of the lake. But by the time we get to Friday afternoon, Friday evening, some more lake effect bands start to develop as the winds shift more westerly, and that's going to bring that fetch and bring more of that moisture back on shore. 25 for a high temperature on Friday. So how much snow could we see when it's all said and done? There could be some spots that pick up in excess of 10 inches of snow, but widespread amounts of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches of snow I think will be fairly common. So please plan accordingly. Make sure you're making adjustments to your travel plans and letting people know when you're on the roads, and be mindful the wind is going to make it hard to see as well. Temperatures mid-20s, upper 20s for tonight with the snow spreading on through tomorrow. A windy, cold, blustery day with highs upper 20s to low 30s, and the snow continuing. Things will quiet down a little bit snow shower wise as we head through the weekend, but it's going to be cold mid to upper 20s Friday and Saturday. Do have some 40s coming back though by early next week, and maybe a few rain showers instead of snow by early next week. Back to you.
Thanks, Brian. A brazen attack in
woman in your life today on cnyhomepage.com.
Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
Happy Wednesday night to you. I'm meteorologist Brian James. Clipper system bringing a good old area of snow across the area, and then we'll see temperatures cool down behind this and some lake effect bands as well. Then we do have some improvement as we go into the early part of next week. Winter storm tonight and for the day tomorrow. We've got winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in effect. I'll show that to you coming up here in a second. Snow showers will linger once that main system moves by. A little warmer though as we go through the early part of next week. All right, so here's what we have going on. Winter weather advisory for the purple shaded areas, the pink counties, that's where the winter storm warning is in effect. And then there's also a wind advisory in effect kind of underneath the layers of the winter weather advisory and winter storm warning. So there's a lot going on, but the winter storm warning is where the 8 to 16 inches of snow could fall as we head through tonight all the way through Thursday night. Winter weather advisory, more like 3 to 6 inches of accumulation. And then with the wind, sustained winds, 20 to 30 miles an hour. Some of the gusts could be 40, maybe as high as 50. And you throw in the snow along with that wind, and yeah, it's going to make visibility down near zero at times with snow and blowing snow. Low to mid 30s tomorrow, mid 20s coming up on Friday. A few leftover snow showers, but still cold and blustery. Of course, windy out for the day tomorrow as well. Temperatures holding in the low 30s are not going to move much overnight tonight. There's the clouds. There's the bands of snow that have been developing and getting some enhancement coming off of Lake Ontario. Still have the cold front itself hanging out back toward the west as that Clipper system moves on in. So along that front is where there's going to be additional lift, and there could be some convective bursts of snow. That means there could be a few flashes of lightning, rumbles of thunder. There was one in Watertown earlier last week, and so that could happen again with some of these bands of snow that will be developing. And over the next 7 days, good opportunity for snow, of course, tomorrow, and some leftover snow showers Friday, a few more Saturday. Could have a couple more Sunday, but we have additional chances for some rain and snow showers as we go through next week with temperatures a little bit warmer. Speaking of, mid-30s tomorrow, mid-20s though Friday, upper 20s Saturday. And look at the nose of warmer air coming in for early next week. Mid-40s to around 50. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know that's not going to last long. We drop back down low to mid-30s by next Thursday and Friday. So not drastically colder, but we will cool down second half of next week. Futurecast for tonight. See the snow continuing to develop. Got some enhancement with some of the lake effect bands or lake enhanced bands coming off of Lake Ontario. 33 degrees to start the day tomorrow, and then in the afternoon we're not going to move temperatures that much. Still mid-30s in the afternoon. Additional bands of snow, waves of snow will be moving on through. Once the cold front moves by, now we've got a northwest wind coming off of Lake Ontario. If that shifts more west-northwest, then we will start to see those bands start to develop and push farther inland. Thursday night into early on Friday, you see some of the lake effect bands continuing, but then we get a resurgence of additional moisture by Friday afternoon. 21 to start the day, then in the afternoon we get the redevelopment with the winds becoming more westerly. 25 for the high on Friday, and some additional lake effect bands developing. How much snow could we see? Widespread amounts, 3 to 6 inches of snow. Some spots could be 7 to 10, maybe as high as 15 inches of snow, and even higher in a few locations where we do get that enhancement of snow. Overnight tonight, temperatures mid-20s to around 30. Please be careful doing any driving, any traveling across the area during the day tomorrow. Widespread snow and blowing snow, reduced visibility. Best thing to do would be stay indoors if you have the chance to do so and just enjoy the snow. The roads are going to be treacherous for a while. Snow through about Saturday morning. By Sunday, cloudy skies. Temperatures back in the low 40s, mid-40s to around 50 next week. Chance to melt a little snow, but still a chance for a few more rain and snow showers. Back to you.
Thanks, Brian. Coming up next on Eyewitness Sports, the Comets are on a hot streak.